Hello, friends. Good evening, all of you. Hi, Meghna. Very good evening. Hi, Nirmal. Very good evening. Hi, Kalyan. Very good evening. I'm fine. How are you? Good evening, Aditya. Hi, Bharti. Very good evening. Hi, Shaukat. Very good evening. Hey, Vishnupriya. Very good evening. Rushali. Good evening. Hi, Vishnu. Very good evening. Hi, Navita. Very good evening. Hey, Soni. Good evening. Hi, Pooja. Very good evening. Hi, Sueb. Very good evening. Hey, hi, Megha. Very good evening. Hi, Padma. Very good evening. Hi, Hidayat. Very good evening. Aditya. Very good evening. Hi, Sagar. Very good evening. Hi, Vineet. Good evening. Hi, Archana. Very good evening. Your first name Archana or Manipali? Sorry, but hi, Maheshwari. Very good evening. Hi, Trupti. Very good evening. Archana. Okay, fine. Thank you. Good evening, Archana. Hi, Josna. Good evening. Hey, hi, Dilip. Very good evening. Guys, we'll wait for 5 more minutes as this is the very first session. Hmm. We'll wait for some more students to join. Hi, Ayushi. Very good evening. We'll start today's session at 8:10. Normally, we'll start the session at 8:05. Hi, Ram Gopal. Very good evening. I'm fine, Dilip. How are you? That's great. Hi, Joginder. Good evening. Mhm. Till count is increasing. So we'll wait for a couple of more minutes. Yeah, I'll share. I'll introduce. Just wait for a couple of minutes. Name is Ankush. I'll introduce myself. Just wait for a couple of minutes. Hi, Inzamam. Very good evening. All right. So guys, once again, good evening, all of you. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you on behalf of Star Agile. Guys, this is Ankush Vankore, basically from Kolhapur, Maharashtra. I'm your trainer for the third module that we are going to start from today. That is Selenium WebDriver. Okay. Um, actually, okay, let me quickly share my screen. Am I audible, guys? Is my screen visible? All right, fine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is module 3, Selenium WebDriver. Okay. My name is Ankush Vankore. I'm basically from Kolhapur, Maharashtra. We are having total 19 sessions. Okay. To complete this module, we're having total 19 sessions, 19, right? In these 19 sessions, we are going to cover three or rather four sub modules, I can say. One is the Selenium WebDriver. Second one is the test engine. Third one is the introduction to Maven, and fourth one is introduction to Cucumber. Okay, we are going to understand these four sub modules, I can say sub modules. Actually, module is Selenium WebDriver itself, the base, or I can say the core of automation. Your course is automation testing, correct, guys? Your course is automation testing. So this module, third module, is the core part of your course. We're having total 19 sessions. We are going to cover four sub modules. One is Selenium WebDriver. Second one is Test NG. Third one is Introduction to Maven. And fourth one is Introduction to Cucumber. Right? These four modules will be there. Actually, what we are going to cover in this session, in these 19 sessions, what actually we are going to cover, let me quickly tell you what actually we are going to cover in this complete course, in these 19 sessions. So first, from today, we are going to start with the Selenium WebDriver. Is this font okay, guys, or should I increase some font? Perfect. Okay, chalo, let me increase. Let me increase. Is it sufficient? 14? 14? Is it sufficient? Most welcome. अरे क्या बात है अनुष्का very good evening. Is it that Anushka? Just kidding. Uh, good. Our sessions will be like this, huh? Huh? Learn with fun. Learn with fun. Okay, so in the today's session, what actually we are going to understand in the, don't take it personally, huh? Huh? Thank you. So what actually we are going to cover? Yeah, correct, correct, correct. No, but I'm supposed to there are so many people. Good question, Anushka. It is very good question. But Namaste, Aishwarya. Very good evening. There are so many people. Yes, I'm Maharashtrian. I'm from Maharashtra itself, Kolhapur. There are so many people in this batch. Those understand only English. That's why I have to. Sure. Joginder, sure. What I have to explain in easy way to understand? Can you explain an easy way to understand? Means I'm not getting this. Sorry. Sure, we'll try. Aishwarya, we'll try. There are pan-India students are there. So I have to take care of all the people. Okay, chalo, quickly we'll start. So in Selenium WebDriver, in the today's session, we will start with automation concept. Okay. Means what is meant by automation? What is the need of automation? What are the advantages of automation? What is the process of automation? What is the process of automation? How actually we are going to automate any particular application, right? How to select a tool, all those things. Yes, yes, yes. Don't worry. Don't worry, Ram Gopal. Don't worry. Absolutely don't worry. Hmm? Absolutely don't worry. I have conducted more than 400 to 500 batches. Guys, I'm having total experience of 27 years. I forgot to tell that. I'm having total experience of 27 years. I started my career in 1998, immediately after completion of my 12th. Yes, seriously. Seriously. Okay. Yes, sure, Nirmal. Nirmal, correct, correct, correct. Basic part of manual, basic part of manual. Yes, only Aishwarya, only introduction part will be there. Okay, guys, just wait. Hmm? Just wait. Let me complete first this, then you people can ask the questions. Okay. So first we'll try to understand the automation concepts in the today's session itself. Then we'll try to understand introduction to Selenium WebDriver. What is actually Selenium WebDriver, right? There are total almost 10 or 11 sessions will be there for Selenium WebDriver. Introduction to Selenium WebDriver. Then tomorrow's session, configuration of Selenium WebDriver. My dear friends, the most complicated part in this course, or anyone is facing, that is the configuration of Selenium. So in the tomorrow session, we are going to do the configuration. Guys, see what I'm saying. We are going to do the configuration. I'm not saying that I will show you how to do the configuration. No, we are going to do the configuration. Means configuration part we will do side by side. I will tell you how to do the configuration. My dear friends, first script of Selenium, tomorrow, in the tomorrow session, first script of Selenium, we will write side by side. Right? You and me, both will write it at the same time. Right? So that's why configuration part is very important. Right? Then we will discuss some of the basic or methods of Selenium WebDriver. My dear friends, whenever I'm saying only WebDriver, that is Selenium WebDriver. So those are get method, then get title method, get current URL method, get page source method, and close method. These are the basic methods that we are going to discuss, right? Then we will try to understand what is actually automation, guys. Performing some operations on the application via automation, via a machine. So how to do that? So for that purpose, you people are supposed to do the automation part on the controls. So you people need to read the controls on your page. My dear friends, a very basic, simple question. A very basic, simple question. Suppose I want to test a login functionality on some application. I want to test a login functionality on some application. How actually we are going to do that? Suppose I want to test a login. How actually we do that? First, we'll enter the username. Then we'll enter the password. Then we'll click on the login button. If I'm getting the home page, my test case pass. Am I right, guys? And how we are doing this? Manually. We are entering the username manually. We are entering the password manually. We are clicking on that button manually. Now, instead of this doing manually, we are doing this via automation. That is not a part of Selenium. That is a part of test engine. Dilip, that is a part of test engine. Mega, for automation, you should know a little basic part of manual test. Means what is the test case? How test case pass, when test case pass, when test case fail, how to write the steps, how to fetch the data, how we can generate the data, like some basic parts. So how we can handle the controls. But before handling the controls, you should know something called as locators. For reading the controls, you have to use something called as locator. Selenium WebDriver gives you total 8 locators. Those are name, ID, class name, CSS selector, XPath, link text. Sequence doesn't matter, huh? Partial link text. And one more is tag name. So these are the 8 locators. Apart from that, I'm going to show you one more way to locate the control. We'll discuss it at that time, relative locator. Right? So we'll try to understand all these locators. Then we'll try to see how we can handle multiple controls. Guys, basically what is meant by control? What is meant by control? Can you see here what this is, guys? What this is? What this is known as? Locators are used to read a control. Control. Yes, this is a search box. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? Okay, what this is? What this is? Guys, don't put answers in QA. Huh? A humble request. Don't put the answers in QA, please. Because every time I have to open QA, because QA is not always open in my case. Correct. It is a text box. Correct. Yes, thank you. Thank you for understanding, guys. So this is text box. Correct. What this is? What this is? This one, login button. Correct. Correct. It is button. Right. Here you can see, here are some, what these are? This, what we call it as, this one. Ram Gopal, please don't put answers in QA, please. Humble request to all of you. My dear friends, humble request to all of you, don't put the answers in QA, please, please, please. Try to understand, because I can't open that many windows at the same time. Already already chat box is opened here. Then QA, then my camera. So it will become some problematic for me. Please try to understand. Okay. So can I call it as a menu? Can I call it as a menu? Right? Yes. Can you see here is something? What this is? What this is? This one. Can you see this? Checkbox. 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 So all these are the controls. All these are the controls. So we are going to understand how to handle these controls, like text box, button, links. You might have seen some of the links on the page. Like suppose if I go on Google. So can you see here about store? Here is the Gmail, images, advertising, business. All these are the links. So how to handle that links? Okay. Then checkbox, radio button. Do you know radio button? Which is specifically used to accept a gender, right? Then list box, drop down list. These are some of the common controls that we are going to understand, right? Then we'll try to understand one of the very important concept of Selenium, that is synchronization. Synchronization. There are total 5 methods of synchronization. When I'm talking about synchronization, don't ask me at this moment what is meant by synchronization, because to explain that it will take much more time. So what is meant by synchronization? We'll try to understand. So there are total 5 methods of synchronization. Those are thread.sleep, then implicit wait, explicit wait, fluent wait, and last one is the page load timer. So these are the 5 methods of synchronization. We'll try to understand all these methods of synchronization. Then we'll see how we can handle a table. Guys, might possible you have seen some of the tables. Let me show you one table. So can you see this? Yeah? So this is a table. So we will see how we can handle such a table. Then we'll see how to handle alert. You might have seen some of the alerts. Yeah? So we'll see how to handle that alert. Handling multiple windows. Sometimes what happens, sometimes whenever you are launching any particular application, let's say I'm on naukri.com and suppose I will click somewhere here, then it is launching in some new window, correct? So how to handle these multiple windows, that we are going to understand here, right? Then handling file upload. Do you know file upload? Are you familiar with the concept called as file upload? I'll show you. Don't worry, I will show you. So here, can you see this? This one. So how to handle that? Apart from that, there is one more concept called as robot class. Correct, Joginder. Uploading the resume or uploading the our photo. For that purpose, we are using that file upload. Then regarding to that file upload, we are supposed to use one more concept called as robot class. Then actions class. Actions class. Actions class is for handling the mouse actions. Mouse actions. Normally, what are the mouse actions? Right click, left click, double click, and drag and drop. Scroll is not possible with the help of actions class. Hovering the mouse, correct. These are the actions that we can perform with the help of actions class. For scrolling the page, there is something called as JavaScript executor. JavaScript executor, via which what operation we can do? Either we can scroll the page or we can click on some control. These action we can do with the help of JavaScript executor. We'll discuss that part as well. Then handling menus. Mouse hover for tooltip visible. So are you talking about this tooltip? If I'm hovering the mouse on this and I'm getting this? Yes, Aishwarya, just wait. So I can hover the mouse here, Josna. I can hover the mouse here, but I can't read this. Okay, if it is the part of web application, we can. Okay, fine. We'll see handling these menus. So we just discussed this menu. Somewhere we saw just a menu. So handling here it was. So handling these menus, right? Then taking a screenshot. Taking a screenshot. 101% Joginder. Trust me if you can. Joginder is asking, with the help of this concept, we will become magician of automation. 101%. Trust me, guys, if you can. Trust me. Okay, I'm going to tell you some of the tips. Just wait. So this is the part of Selenium WebDriver. Then we'll start with TestNG. So in TestNG, again, introduction part, configuration. Okay, then executing single test, executing multiple tests, then some of the annotations. Someone was asking about these annotations. So there are so many annotations. At the rate test, at the rate before test, at the rate after test, at the rate before method, @ after method @ data provider @ parameters. These are some of the annotations. Those, okay, one more is this annotation we are going to understand in the very last session. LISTNE, listeners, in the last session. Okay, so that is these are the annotations in the TestNG we are going to understand. Someone was asking, sir, are we going to cover this? Huh? Okay, then we will see modular framework. Okay, before that we will see data driven testing via data provider. Then we'll see modular framework. So executing single test, or I will say executing or skipping single test case. Or here I will make change, single or multiple tests, right? Then executing single or multiple classes, executing or skipping groups, right? So this is about the modular framework. Then keyword driven framework. After keyword driven framework, page object model, heart of framework. Page object model is heart of framework. In page object model, we will see utility class and client class. Okay, then last point will be data driven framework. So in data driven framework, we will see read the data from Excel file, also write the data to Excel. And we'll see hybrid frame. Okay, then introduction to Maven. What we are going to see: introduction, configuration, adding dependencies, okay, and executing the script, right? After that, okay, one more thing we will discuss, that is architecture, Maven architecture, right? Then introduction to PDD, that is Cucumber. So first, introduction of that. Second, configuration. Then creating feature file. Creating feature file with help of keywords. Keywords like feature, scenario, even, when, then, and, background, scenario outline. Yes, Swati, any query? And examples. Okay, then we'll see step definition, runner class, reports in Cucumber, tags in Cucumber, and hooks in Cucumber, and data driven framework using. Sir, while it's going through all this, please do give answer before particular topic is critically from interview perspective and create their listening of a small forward. Okay. Anushka, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to start with a very basic part. Hmm? Here, while conducting the session, I'm assuming that I'm assuming that all of you, all of you are completely new for Selenium WebDriver. Happy? I'm going to assume that all of you are completely new for Selenium WebDriver. Point number one. Point number two. I'm going to consider I'm going to consider that all of you are non-IT people, because I know that there are some people who are completely from non-IT background. So it could be bit difficult for you to understand the concept quickly. If I'm considering that you know this, no, I'm going to start with a very basic part. Is it okay? Happy? Okay. So this is the part that we are going to understand in this complete 19 sessions, Selenium WebDriver. Okay. Introduction. Introduction to Selenium Grid. So here one concept is there. Components of Selenium. Git, Jira are not the part of this module. Git and Jira are not a part of this module. Okay. Okay. Swati, any query as you have raised the hand? Yes, guys. Any query in this? Okay. Some of the part of Java you have to recall. Some of the part of Java. Okay, before starting that, I would like to ask you a very silly question. It is very silly question. The earlier module was Java, correct, guys? Everyone has completed that. Second module, Java, correct. So it means that Eclipse is installed on your system. Eclipse is installed. Version, it doesn't matter. Version doesn't matter. I hope everyone is having the latest Eclipse, or whatever Eclipse is there, it's okay. Eclipse should be there. Okay. One more second question. Huh? That's great. That's great, Anushka. One more question. Is anyone here who is having Windows 7 or Windows 8? Windows 7 or Windows 8? Is anyone here? Thank God. That is okay. Windows 10, 11, that is okay. Windows 7 or Windows 8? Windows 8, sorry, Windows 10, Windows 11, that is okay. Anyone having Windows 12? Huh? Guys, please don't put the answers in. Hidayat, you have to upgrade it to Windows 10. You have to update it Windows 10. If possible, update it by tomorrow itself. Otherwise, there are some tricks. If possible, if time permits, I will tell. Otherwise, the configuration part will be very tricky for you. All right, fine. Now, one more thing, guys. You have to do some revision on Java. What are the parts of Java you have to revise? Number one, basics. Means in basics, what you need to cover? Variables, data types. Huh? Then um, I hope everyone is familiar with the sysout, है ना? So I need not to take that. Conditions, checking the conditions, like using if else, nested if else, switch case. Hmm? Then loops, specifically loops. In the loops, specifically focus more on for loop. Focus more on the for loop. And one more, if you remember, enhanced for loop. Do you remember that? Which is also known as for each loop. Correct? Focus on these two. Right? Then functions. Writing the function, calling the functions. Right? So then arrays. Specifically two-dimensional array. Not much more on 1D array, but focus on 2D array. Right? After that, in the OOPS concept, creating class, creating object of class, static members and static methods, some part of this. Constructor. Okay. After that, in the inheritance, focus more on interface. Focus more on interface, because Selenium, in Selenium WebDriver itself is an interface. So, my dear friends, humble request, I'm requesting this again and again. Don't put anything in QA. Put it in the chat box. I will answer. Windows 10 is okay. Every time I have to go there. Please try to understand. Okay. After that, exception handling. In exception handling, there are two concepts. If you remember, there are two concepts of exception handling. One is using try catch and one is using throws keyword. Correct? So throws keyword. Focus on this throws keyword. Right? Then collections. Talking about collection, if you remember, focus more on list. Then set. Only one concept there we require set. Most of the important collection that we need to use in this Selenium is list. Only there is one concept, that is handling multiple windows. We have to use set. And in the last demo of Cucumber, here, in the last demo of Cucumber, only in one case we have to use map, even if time permits. So focus on these concepts. Focus on these concepts of Selenium. Oh, then that's great. If you are having period experience of Java, then that's great. Okay? Is it okay, guys? So this is the part that you people have to focus, and this is the what actually we are going to learn in this entire course. Okay. Anyone having any queries, guys? Swati, have you any query as you have raised the hand? Swati? All right, fine. Okay. My dear friends, some of the points you people need to focus on that. What? You people should be, or you be, all of you are willing to learn, or I can say you want to become a master in Selenium WebDriver. Am I right, guys? Wait. Grushali, wait. I'm going to explain about that. Grushali, just wait. The main goal of your this course is you want to become a master in Selenium WebDriver, correct? Okay. So follow my best practices. Follow my best practices. Do the practicals on daily basis. Number one, do the practicals on daily basis. Ask the question on regular intervals. If you are not getting any particular problem, if you are not understanding any particular concept, ask me immediately. Because the next concept is 101% is depending on the previous concept. Try to understand, my dear friends. Okay, so don't wait for my QA sessions. We'll be having the QA session. Don't worry. At the beginning, we'll having the QA session for 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes, and at the end, 10 minutes ka QA session will be there. But in meanwhile, if you think this is the problem, this is the question, this is the query, I need to ask it immediately, ask it immediately. I will answer. Ask me the questions, one question for 10 times. I will answer. Don't hesitate to ask the questions. If you're not getting any concept, ask me repeatedly. No problem. Right? Okay. One more thing. One more thing. On regular basis, on daily basis, I'm going to share you some of the assignments. I'm going to give you some of the assignments. Okay, the purpose of assignment is to make yourself confident that I can use this concept. Some of the assignments, there are three types of assignments. There will be three types of assignment: very easy assignment, middle level assignment, and very tricky assignments. Okay, some of the assignments will be there. Those are very important to understand the next concept which I'm going to discuss in the tomorrow's session. For example, before explaining, suppose I'm going to explain you checkbox. I'm explaining you how to handle the checkbox. So after that, I'm going to give you one assignment. Okay, why? So I will ask that please solve this assignment in the today's session itself. Why? Because tomorrow I'm going to show you how we can handle such a multiple checkboxes. Okay, so some of the assignments will be like that. My dear friends, you are not supposed to upload these assignments anywhere. Need not to upload. These assignments are only for your understanding. Please make it crystal clear. Even I'm not going to check your assignment. Nobody is going to check your assignment. It is your responsibility. Now you are not in the 5th standard or 10th standard that I will give you some homework. If you have not completed the homework, then I will give you some punishment. No. You know? So it is your responsibility to complete the assignments. Why? Why I'm giving the assignments? Again, I'm repeating this. Why I'm giving the assignment? For the better understanding of that particular concept. Okay, no need to put these assignments anywhere. Okay, on daily basis, whatever I am creating here, like these notes, I will be creating these notes. On daily basis, we are going to create some demos, some important documents which I want to share. I will upload all these documents on one GitHub repository. You need not to install GitHub. Don't worry. You need not to even learn the GitHub. So all will be available on this GitHub repository. This is the GitHub link. Okay. After completion, after this session, after the session, within 10 to 15 minutes, I will upload each and everything on this page. My dear friends, just everyone, please try to open this link. Please try to open this link. And here you will find one file. I have just uploaded this file for a trial purpose. Huh? And click on that. Are you able to open that file? This file contains nothing. This is literally, this is a blank file. Literally, it is a blank file. Don't worry. Nothing is there on that file. But you are able to open that file. Correct? So whatever you want to see, suppose I want to see the today's demo. So just open that link. It will open that demo. Okay. Even I'm going to upload this particular notes file after the session. Just open that. You will able to see the notes. Why I'm not uploading this on a LMS? Because the access of LMS, I guess it is for 1 hour, 1 year, I guess. But you will, this will be accessible for lifetime. Unless and until, okay, 6 months. I'm not aware about that. Yes, Ayush, you will get this document in the GitHub link. Unless and until GitHub is not asking me to delete the repositories, I will not delete. Okay. Still, if you can see, so many repositories are here. So I'm uploading since last year itself. I started uploading on this. So here you can see these are the repositories which I have created. So since 2023, I'm uploading this, right? So yes, Dilip. So you will be able to access this. Okay. I will suggest that on daily basis, download this. Okay. So that you will get the updates. Okay. Is it okay, guys? Everyone having any query, any question? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for this love. Alright, don't put anything in QA, guys. What I should go again? Whenever you are asking the question, sir, please repeat. Sir, please repeat. Please tell me what I have to repeat. Can you go again? What I have to go again? You will be able to access all these documents daily basis on the link which I have just shared. Let me share it once again back. Okay, fine. And our sessions will be like this. Learn with fun. Learn with fun. Yes, you can download it. You can download it. Please don't ask it in the QA. Please don't ask it in the QA. I have to open every time QA. Please try to understand my situation. Huh? Huh? Our sessions will be like this. Learn with fun. In Marathi, we call it as हसत खेळत शिक्षण प्रगतीचं लक्षण. Means learn with fun. All right. Chalo. So get ready, guys. Get ready for Selenium WebDriver. My very first and simple question to all of you. You have completed the first module, that is manual testing. Can anyone tell me what is meant by software testing? What is mean by software testing? Can anyone tell me? To test in software. Okay. To test any software. Not bad. It is a step-by-step procedure to test any application. Okay. Process of verifying whether the software is meeting the client requirement. Okay. To check the software works as expected way. Okay. To find the bugs in software. Good. And detect any bugs. Okay. Testing the application expected equals to actual result. Okay. Evaluating a software product to identify defects and ensure it meets the specified requirements, delivering the quality product. Correct. To check whether the software is working fine according to the requirements. Wow, that's great. To verify the product. Very good. I'm happy that you are answering. validating the quality with a benchmark set by the client. Wow, that's great. Test the software what we build that meet as per expectation. Okay. Process of evaluating a software product to identify defects and ensure it meets specified requirements. Wow. We have types of software. Yes. That we are not going to understand right now. We're just going to understand what is mean by software testing. Yes, guys. Anything else? Anything else? Software testing. Let me tell you one definition. One definition. We have to test each stage and deliver with the zero defect. Sorry, correct, correct. So I'll tell you one definition, a very simple and common definition that you can answer in the interview as well. What is software testing? Software testing is a process of evaluating or checking the correctness, completeness, security, and quality of developed software application. It is a testing to test the software is working without any issues and to deliver quality and security to the software. Okay, so it is a process of checking the correctness, completeness, security, and quality of developed software application. Yes, I'm going to upload this after every session. I'm going to upload all these notes after every session within 10 minutes. Huh? Means almost at 10:40. By 10:40, you will get all these notes. So it is a process of checking the correctness, completeness, security, and quality of the developed software application. Correct, guys? Correctness, whether it is correct or not, whether the functionality which you have created, which are implemented are are correctly working or not. Completeness, whether all the requirements have been implemented or not. Security, whether my application is secure or not. And quality, whether the application is quality or not. We are going to do this in the software testing. Correct, guys? Correct. Now, how actually we are testing the application? Suppose I want to test any functionality. Chalo, let's forget about the application. Suppose I want to test any any functionality. Then how we are going to do that? How we are going to test it manually? So while doing the manual testing, what we do normally, we might enter some data. Correct, guys? Specifically in the text boxes. Just now, uh, what I can say, Bharati. Um, in brief, not I will not go in that much details. Huh? So what I will do, I will enter some data in that text box, right? May possible I'm going to click on some buttons. Correct. May possible I am selecting the value from drop down list box, checkbox, radio button, etc. Correct, guys? Correct, guys? Right? May possible I'm navigating from one page to another page via links. Right? Right? After that, what we are going to do? We are going to verify the expected result with the actual result. So we are marking the test case as pass or fail. Correct, guys? Am I right, guys? So generally what happens in manual testing, tester uses his or her hand eye brain coordination. Okay, here tester uses his or her. Purposely I'm using this his or her because girls are there. Huh? So hand eye brain coordination. What actually we are doing there? Just ignore the spells. Coordination. What actually he is doing? He or she is going to enter some data. He's performing some actions with his hands. His eyes are observing what is happening, and his brain is taking the decision whether the test case is pass or fail. Correct, guys? Correct. So this is the basic idea of manual testing. This is a very basic idea of manual testing. Now I would like to ask you very simple question. Let me go to Google. Now I would ask you one very simple question. Suppose okay, my very simple question to you is, can you see this image, guys? Can you see this image? Now, my very simple question, suppose I want to create such an image, such a art. Then what I have to do means that carpenter, correct? What he has to do, he has to use some tools, correct, guys? Correct, guys? He has to use some tools, some carving tools, and with the help of those tools, he is going to create such a structure. Am I right? Am I right, guys? Using those tools, he is going to create this. Now, the very simple question is, suppose I want to create such a 1000 units. I want to create such a 1000 units. Will it be practically possible, guys, to do it manually? Am I right, guys? Practically. Think practically. I can do. But what will be the problem? It will take much more time. It will take much more time. It will not be efficient, correct? So many errors will be there. Not all will be identical. Correct? So what normally industry follows? In this case, what industry is going to do? What industry is going to do, guys? So if you remember, industry is using something called as some CNC machines. Just observe this. Ignore the audio. So what is happening here, guys? What is happening here? So with the help of that machine, it is creating such a design. And you all are familiar that using such a machine, see, if I want to draw this one simple line, it would take me almost 1 hour to make it perfect. Almost 1 hour. How much time it is taking? Within a fraction of seconds. Within a fraction of seconds, it is creating that very beautiful design. And all designs will be exactly same. On every door, every unit, designs will be same. Right? What this is, my dear friends, what this is nothing but automation. What this is, this is nothing but automation. Are you getting the concept of automation, guys? What exactly the, I can say the base of automation. I'm saying the base of, I'm not saying that entire automation, but what exactly automation is. So this is the automation. Now my very simple question, my very simple question. Suppose I will go on Facebook page, I'll go on the Facebook login page, and I want to taste this login page. I want to taste the login page. Normally, how we taste? Manually. Manually, how we taste this? We enter some username, we enter some password, we click on the login button. For example, suppose I will enter the username as taste@gmail.com. I will enter some password, let's say taste@123, and then I will click on the login button, correct? Or I will hit enter. So this is how we did this manually. This is how we did it manually. Now suppose I want to taste the same application for 1000 times. I want to taste this for 1000 times. Now tell me, guys, is it practically possible to taste this manually? Are you getting the point? Are you getting the point? So practically it is not possible to taste it for 1000 times. Then what I can do? Simple. I can use something called as automation. Let me show you. Let me show you. Just ignore about what I'm doing here. Just try to understand. See, okay, let me run this. And see what? See, my hands are here. I'm doing nothing. I executed the script. Can you see it? Now it will enter the username. It will enter the password. It will click on the login button. Something is going to happen there. What I did, nothing. I just created one script and I just executed that script. That's it. This is nothing but automation testing. This is nothing but automation testing. What is meant by automation testing? What is meant by automation testing? Automation testing is nothing but performing all these operations via automation testing tool. Performing all, yes, it is magic. It is something like magic. So performing all these operations via one automation testing tool. So automation testing is performing all above actions via automation testing. What I want to do, I want to enter some data in the text box. I want to click on, due to AI in market, does automation testers? Yes. Till now, there is no role of AI in automation. Till date. Till date. Fortunately, till date, one role of AI is there. One role of AI in ChatGPT is there. I will not tell it now. Otherwise, you will use it in every assignment. Yes. Sometime I will show that. Is there is any AI testing? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You can ask that, assignments to the ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will give you the answer. But don't use that, huh? Guys. Humble request, don't use that. If you want to understand Selenium, if you want to write your own script, guys, I assure that not aware much more about that. Jane AI, not aware much more. If I assure that follow my instructions, and I assure that after 10 sessions, 10, what I'm saying, 10 sessions, or rather after 4 to 5 sessions, you will be able to handle any application. After 10 sessions, means once your Selenium WebDriver is completed, first half, I assure that you can handle any website in the world. You can start testing even after 4 lectures. But if once we complete all 10 lectures, I assure that you can handle any website in the world, any website. You can perform, you can test any website. Elon Musk is watching us. I don't care. He's one of my good friend. Okay, fine. So automation testing is nothing but performing all the. I just shown you, na. I just shown you. Okay, let me show you one more thing. Chalo. Let me show you one more thing. One more thing. Just the part of automation. Just the part of automation. I will tell you how actually automation looks like. Okay, let me tell you. So this is redbus.in application. Redbus.in application, and I have we are going to see this demo as well. Huh? So what I did, see, I booked one ticket. I written the code for that. What I'm doing here? Nothing. My hands are here. So here is the bus available for that day, Konduskur Travels. This is automation. And I assure that you will be able to write this code, such a code. Okay. Okay. So that is the automation. So automation testing, thank you. Automation testing, nothing but performing all above actions with the automation testing tool. Okay, now these automation testing tools are also known as a machines, because those are the literally those are machines. Literally those are machines. But every automation testing tool, which is also known as a testing tool or automation tool, is a software. Every testing tool is a software. And you are supposed to provide the, see, if I'm talking about a software, you need to provide some instructions to that software, then only your software will work. Am I right, guys? If I want to get some output from any software, I have to provide some instructions, I have to provide some input in some specific language, right? Suppose I want to calculate addition of two numbers, then I have to write a code in Java, correct? Number one, I have to declare two variables, I have to calculate the sum, I have to display that, I have to provide some instructions. So whenever I'm talking about such automation testing tools, I have to provide the instructions in one specific programming language. Every tool understand some specific programming language like Java, C#.NET, JavaScript, Python, Ruby, like that, right? So you need to provide the instructions using any one of the supporting language. Like if I'm talking about Selenium WebDriver or any one of the Selenium component, I have to provide the instructions either via Java or C# or even Python. Okay, these are the top supporting languages for Selenium. That is Java at the top, then Python, and then C#.NET. Humble request, my dear friends. Humble request. Please don't put these questions in the QA. Please don't put the questions in QA. Put it in the chat box. I will answer. Because every time I have to go to the QA. My QA is not open on my screen always, every time. So many windows I have to keep open. Why every testing tool is a software? Why every testing tool is a software? Obviously, what we are going to do, we are going to do some automation. We are going to do some automation. My very simple question is, suppose I want to create this. Okay, we discussed this, na? So what I need to do in this case, if I want to create such a 1000 units, then what I have to do, Kalyan? I have to use one CNC machine, correct? And for that CNC machine, I have to provide some instruction. Now, how I am providing the instruction? Via software. Are you getting? Are you getting this, Kalyan? So that is the only way how you can provide the instructions, right? So that is about the automation testing. Now, guys, okay, everyone understood this? What is mean by automation testing? Huh? Correct? Now, there are n number of tools available in the market. N number of, literally n number of tools available in the market. Selenium is at this moment, Selenium is at the top. It is the most commonly used tool in the industry for automation testing. Why? We will see that. Don't worry. Now, Selenium. Which is the best tool? Selenium. if I'll show here, best automation tools. Can you see here? Nowadays, Playwright is growing. Playwright is growing, but the problem is, although Playwright is also open source like Selenium, but Playwright is used only in the new projects. Those who the companies which are using Selenium since years, Tosca is a paid tool. The major problem of Tosca is the paid tool. So very less companies are using Tosca. Okay. And no support available for that. Where I was. So there are n number of tools to use. So can you tell me what are the advantages of automation? What are the advantages of automation? What could be the advantages? Correct. Time efficiency, accuracy, correct. Okay, reduces human error. Cost price is not in every case. Sometimes some tools are paid, some tools are open source. Huh? It's cost efficiency, correct. Okay, we can perform multiple test cases. That is okay. Border test code. Okay, 100%, 100% test coverage, right? So there are no chances that I will skip any test case or I will skip any test step, which is happening in the manual testing, correct? Yes, yes, yes. No, both are not same. In this module, only Selenium is there. Only Selenium is there, Dilip. And Playwright and Selenium are not same. Both are different. Yes, in the case of regression testing. My dear friends, what is mean by regression testing? What is mean by regression testing? Regression testing means testing the past test cases again and again. Correct? When we are, yes, we can, Joginder. We can, or rather we have to. While doing automation, we will using loop in the code. Yes, we need to. Huh. What I was discussing, guys? Regression testing. So whenever we are testing any functionality, and if we found some defect in that application, we are going to raise that defect to the development team. Development team will fix that defect. We are going to do the retesting. Correct? We are going to do the retesting. After retesting, we need to check that whether the earlier working functionalities are working properly or not. Regression testing. Point number one. Point number two, if some of the new functionalities has been added to the in-use application enhancement, in that case, I have to check whether the earlier working functionalities are working properly or not, regression testing. So in the case of regression testing, correct. In the case of regression testing, yes, Hiray. In the case of regression testing, I have to use automation testing. Correct? Is it okay? Is it okay, guys? Everyone? If new features are deployed in the testing environment, needs to be tested old functionalities. Correct. That is what the regression testing. Now, when we can automate, when to automate? Suppose my application is, let's say, it don't have any um, future versions, means only one version I'm releasing and that's it. So in that case, we call it as one-time testing. Are you familiar? Have you heard about that? Just wait, Jen. One-time testing means we are not supposed to release any further version of that application. Only one version we are going to release. That's it. So why we need to do the automation in this case? Because already we tested the application manually. So in that case, it is not required. Okay. So I can say one-time test. Okay. Suppose your large and complex applications, correct? Okay. One more thing. Suppose your build is or your requirements are not stable. Your requirements are not stable. Can we do the automation, or rather can we test? है ना? So requirements should be stable, right? Right. Hmm? One more question. Suppose I was talking about this login application, this login functionality. Hmm? Or let me tell you one more example. Suppose I'm on this page, login to Orange HRM. Hmm? And my question is, suppose I want to test the login functionality on this page for, let's say, 10 times. 10 times. So practically what we will do, we will first enter the first username, first password, login, we'll check, log out, next, so on. Correct? Correct, guys? Correct. Naga Shilpa, correct. Right. So for 10 times, it will be okay. It will be bit okay. But imagine if I'm having 1000 data set. I'm having such a 1000 data set. I want to check it uh, with this 1000 data set. So is it practically possible that I will test it manually at any cost? No. So in that case, what I have to do, guys, what I have to do, I have to use the automation. So large amount of data to be tested. Correct? Correct? One more question. One more question. Are you familiar with the concept of performance testing? What is mean by performance testing? There are four types of performance testing: load testing, stress testing, endurance testing, and volume testing. Just tell me what is mean by load testing. To test the performance parameter of the application That is non-functional requirement of the application. What actually you are doing in the performance? That is what I'm asking. Checking the performance of the application by increasing the load. Okay. So load testing means testing the application with the prescribed user load, correct? So my client says that this application should work with 1000 user load. Correct, correct. So that is stress testing. Increasing the load is a stress testing. Increasing the load is a stress testing. So what is mean by load testing? Practically, load testing means testing the application with the prescribed user load. So my client says that this application should work with 1000 users at the same time. So big question mark is, can I test this application with 1000 users manually? So in that case, I should arrange 1000 PCs and 1000 testers as well, which is practically not possible. That's why we have to do it via automation. So performance testing, security testing, this cannot be done manually. So you have to use the automation testing. Okay, accuracy, we have discussed about that accuracy. Fine. Okay, anything else? Anything else? Okay, one more thing. One more thing. Suppose we are testing this application. We are working on this application. We are in the company. We are working on this application. And imagine we tested this application on, let's say, which is this browser Chrome. We tested this application on Google Chrome. My simple question is it correct? Correct, 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 Kumar, correct. Is it sufficient? What do you think, guys? Is it sufficient to test only on Chrome? No. I have to test it on multiple browsers. I have to test it on multiple browsers. I have to test it on multiple platforms. Yes, we can test only web applications, Rahul. Only web applications. With the help of Selenium, we can test only web applications. So we have to test it on multiple browsers. How to test security testing in automation? So there are so many tools available. Like Web Inspect is there. HP, one HP ka tool is there also. So many tools are available. So what I have to do, guys, I have to test my application on multiple platforms, multiple browsers, which we generally call it as, does anyone remember that? That concept, that concept is known as, correct, compatibility testing. Compatibility. COMPABI. EATI. EATI. Compatibility test. Correct? So in the case of compatibility testing, because see, we may having n number of test cases. We may having n number of browsers. We may having n number of operating systems. And I have to test the application on all those browsers. I can say environments. So in that case, yes, Selenium is only for functional testing. Only functional testing. Right? So that is the when you can automate. Okay? Is it okay, guys? Is this part clear, everyone? Any query up to this before moving to the next part? Every time after completion of the concept, I will ask this question. If you are having the doubts, if you are having queries, ask me immediately. Okay? Ask me immediately. Selenium only automates the web development. Yes. you can automate only web-based applications, means website. You can test only web-based applications. Every Selenium component, there are 4 components of Selenium: Selenium ID, Selenium RC, Selenium Grid, Selenium WebDriver. All these 4 components can be used to test only web-based application. For mobile testing, yes, you can use APM. For mobile testing, you can use APM. For Windows testing, you can use Vimium, Tosca, QTP for Windows testing. For API testing, there are Postman like tool, REST API like tool. The next point is the same. Same is the next point. So what are the types of automation tools, or you can say automation testing? So basically we can divide it in 3 parts. One is unit testing. Second one is UI testing, or it is also called as GUI, or those are also known as functionality or functional testing. And one is API testing. Yes, unit testing is usually done by the developer. Unit testing is not usually, it is done by the developer only. And it can be done using the tools like JUnit or NUnit. JUnit or NUnit are the tools. These are the tools that you can use for unit testing. Okay, talking about GUI or functional testing, you can use Selenium, any Selenium product, Tosca, API, sorry, APM. APM is also for GUI testing. Although it is a mobile testing, but what we are testing the functionality of that application. So that's why it is again a kind of functional testing, right? Then QTP, right? These are some of the examples. Talking about API testing, what is mean by API, guys? Does anyone know API testing? Have you heard about this? Yes, it is API stands for application. API stands for application programming interface. Correct. API stands for application programming interface. So that is the conjunction between 2 different systems or 2 different applications, right? So we can test the API as well with the help of tools like Postman, then RESTful API. Some of the tools are there via which you can test the APIs as well. SOAP API, yes, SOAP UI. SOAP UI is for testing the UI. That is again a functional testing. Is it okay? Is it okay, guys? All right. All right. All right. All right. Moving to the next part. Okay, couple of questions I would like to ask you. Couple of questions. Is the speed is okay? Am I fast or am I slow or something like that? No, no? Is it perfect? Okay, fine. If if at some time, if you found that I'm going fast, GUI stands for graphical user interface, means testing the functionality. What we did here, we entered username, we entered password. This is the UI of application. So testing that UI is nothing but GUI testing. Functionality. Okay. Sometimes what happens? Um Sometimes might possible some of the students thinks that key my speed is bit fast. Then you will put it in the poll. You will put it in the poll. No problem. But at that point, it is not possible for me to reduce the speed at that point. So if any time you will ask me, sir, your speed is bit increase or it is fast, tell me immediately, I will reduce the speed. Okay? Putting it in the poll will help you to the next lecture, not for the today's lecture. Correct? Sir, but if possible in 2.5 hours, please give 5 minutes break just to refresh the body. This is what I'm doing to refresh your body. Instead of giving the manual break, instead of giving the manual break, some fun parts will be there. That will help you to refresh your mind, refresh your body as well. Huh? है ना? Guys, yes, Selenium, Tosca, QTP, all are the tools. Okay, I will tell you. I will tell you, sorry, guys. See here, these all are the tools. APM, Selenium, Catalan Studio, Lambda Test, Renorex. Then Playwright will be here. Somewhere Playwright will be again there. Cypress, Cucumber, Browser Stack, Postman, Test Complete, Playwright, Apache JMeter. JMeter is for performance testing. Test Grid, right? So all these are the tools. While in Python, tool changes, right, sir? Which language you think is better, Java or Python? Okay. My dear friends, this is the commonly asked question in every batch. Sir, which is the best practice, Selenium WebDriver with Java or Selenium WebDriver with Python? Okay. The simple question is both are having the same weightage. Both are having the same weightage. Most of the companies are following Selenium WebDriver with Java. Okay. But if you want to switch to Selenium WebDriver with Python, don't worry, guys. Code is same. The concept is same. Only change is in the difference. The only change is in the, syntax. Sorry. Only change is in the syntax. Here in Selenium WebDriver, we are using driver dot find element. There we are using driver dot find underscore element. Find underscore element underscore by underscore xpath. So concept will remain same. All right. I will tell you some of the tips at the end. Just remind me at the end of course, I will tell you some of the tips to switch to Python. Even I will show you the code for Python. Is it easy to switch to another tool? Yes, it is very easy. Yes, it is very easy to switch from one tool to another tool. What is the difference between server and tool? Server is a completely different concept. Server is something which is going to process on your request. Like when I'm talking about Selenium RC, their RC was a server, remote control server. You were supposed to pass the script to that server and then server will take the action. But tool itself can take action. That is a difference. Okay. If I'm learning testing with Selenium here, can I work easily with another tool? Yes. That would be very, see guys, concepts remain same, no? Am I right? Concept remains same. I would always suggest that if you learn Selenium WebDriver with Java, it would be very easy for you to learn Selenium WebDriver with Python. But if you will first learn Selenium WebDriver with Python, and then if you will try to switch to Selenium WebDriver with Java, that would be very difficult. Because learning, those who are from IT background, those will understand this concept very easily. Why? Why? Because learning Python is more easy than learning C. Yes, learning Python is more easier than learning Java or learning C. But once you learn Python, you will be not in the mood of learning Java. That is the, yes, everyone will agree. Those who are familiar with Java, Python, those will agree with me. Correct? Once you learn Python, I will tell you one more simple thing. Once you learn Selenium WebDriver, once you learn automation, you will forget manual testing. Okay, my very simple question to all of you. Very simple question. I would like to take you in your childhood. Most, not most, everyone has learned tables in your life, in your childhood, school days. है ना? 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, right? Everyone has learned. I know up to 30. Till date, I remember up to 30 tables. Ask me any table. 30, 31s are 30, 32s are 60. 20, 20s, 21s are 20, 22s are 40. Except sir. ठीक है, चलो, forget about that. So nowadays, are you using tables to calculate? What we are using nowadays? Calculator. Same thing is there because that is more easier. But without manual testing, automation cannot exist. Yes. First, first application needs to be tested manually. Then you can switch to automation. Is it okay? Are we covering Apache, bro? Yes. Yes, brother, we are going to cover Apache. Apache POI. We are going to cover Apache POI here in this concept. Where? This one. Data-driven framework. Okay. Fine. Is it okay? So such a breaks we will give. Now, let's see, guys. No. Apache is having n number of products. Apache Tomcat is a server. Apache Tomcat is a server for executing your web application. That is a web server. That is a web server for executing your HTTP protocol. Apache, that is what I'm saying. Apache has n number of products. Maven is a Apache product. Apache API is there. So many products are there, Apache. So it is, Tomcat is one product of Apache. Okay. So here, if you can see here, Apache HTTP server that you are talking about, Tomcat, Apache Tomcat, Hadoop, Spark, Cassandra, Apache Kafka, Flink, n number of are there. Okay. So many products are there. Apache is having n number of products. All right. Sure. Guys, moving to next part. Let's see process of automation. So Apache is automation tool. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that Apache is automation tool, but there are some products of Apache that we are going to use in the automation, like Maven. We are using Maven in the automation. We are using Apache POI in automation. So let's say process of automation. So what is the first step of automation? What is the first step of automation? The first step is planning. What is this planning? The first step is planning. What is this planning for? So here you need to find out, guys, you may have n number of test cases. You may have n number of test cases. Some of the test cases will be there. Those will be testable requirements. Okay, requirement. Let me tell you requirement. Apache Tomcat is a server. See, it is like, okay, I will tell you. I will tell you. What is your Microsoft Word? What is your Microsoft Word, Kalyan? Sometimes, yes. Shaukat, sometimes. It it is one application. It is one application for creating documents, correct? MS Word is one application for creating a document. What is a PowerPoint? What is a PowerPoint? Again, it is one application for creating the presentation. Now, both are the products of Microsoft Office. Am I right? Both are the products of Microsoft Office. So can I say like that ki Office is used for creating only Word documents? Can I say MS Office is used to create only PPTs? Can I say MS Office is used to represent the database? No. So like that, Apache is having n number of products. Are you getting the point, Kalyan? Is it okay? Is it all right, guys? Okay, chalo. So let's start. What is the process of automation? The first step is planning. The first step is planning. What is the planning part? Planning means you may having n number of requirements. Apart from that, you may having some called as testable requirements and some are called as non-testable requirement. User should able to log in. This is a testable requirement. Application should not hang. This is non-testable requirement. So I have to find out the list of testable requirement. First thing. Second thing, I have to think about which is the tool that we supposed to use. We have to think that which are the components that we are going to test. We have to think that which are the frameworks that we are going to use. So all this will be the part of planning. Planning, first step. First step is planning. Second step is selection of the tool. As I said, guys, there are n number of tools available in the market. There are n number of tools available in the market. I just shown you, you know, top automation testing tools. So can you see here? There are n number of tools available. So which tool you should use in the market? Sorry, which tool you should use for your project? So there are some criteria. There are some criteria for selecting a tool. What are those criteria? What are those criteria? The first criteria is type of application. My dear friends, there are n number of applications available in the market. Like you may having console application, window application, web application, mobile application, APIs. Correct? Correct. N number of applications are there. And n number of tools are again there. So the very first thing that you have to think, what is the type of application that I'm testing? Suppose I'm testing any web application. So this is a web application, correct guys? This is a web application. So if I want to test this web application, I can use any one of the Selenium product. Correct? This is a window application or desktop application. I cannot use any one of the Selenium product to test this. Are you getting my point? What this word is, this is a desktop application. Correct? So I cannot use any one of the Selenium product for this. Suppose I want to test the WhatsApp. What is a WhatsApp? I'm not talking about web WhatsApp, web.whatsapp. Kalyan, what I said, Apache is a server, Apache is the product, Apache. What I said, MS Office is for Word only. MS Office is for n number of purpose, na? So in the same way, there are n number of products of Apache. So Apache is not only server. Okay, Kalyan. Apache comes under what? You made me silent. Uh, so let me check what is Apache. It's okay, no problem. No problem, Anushka. I can handle. I can handle. So can you see Apache specifically referring to the Apache HTTP server? Okay, but not only server. But not only server. There are n number of products of Apache. Okay. Right now, forget anything about the Apache. At the time when it will come, we will discuss more on that. Okay. Just focus on this part. I'm cool. Always I'm cool. I never get angry. Yes, we are talking about that. We are going to talk about that. What I should do if I will angry, then I will get very negative feedback. If I will get a negative feedback, I will not get any next batch in future. So I have to think about that. Correct? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Anushka. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm having solution for that. I'm having solution for that. Don't worry. Fine. So first you have to think. So if my application is a web application, then what I have to do? What I have to do? I can use any one of the Selenium product or Tosca product. So depending on that, you have to choose the tool. Depending on that, you have to choose a tool. First thing. Second thing. Second thing. Once you select the tool, oh, sorry, once you thought about the type of application, okay, depending on that, select the tool. Second selection, we are talking about selection tool criteria. Second is, hmm, second is you have to think about the cost of that tool. And I'm very happy to share that Selenium WebDriver is, the cost of Selenium WebDriver is rupees zero, $0, €0, €0, €0. Means it is open source. Selenium WebDriver is open source. It is open source. That's why it is most powerful. That's why it is most popular tool. What is the profit for the developers? Donation. Donation. You can donate for them. What is the profit for Eclipse? What is the profit for Eclipse? Eclipse is again open source, no? Hmm? Even if you go on the Eclipse page, they are asking here. Here they are asking for donations. You can donate for them. Okay, even for Selenium, you can donate. Can you here somewhere here there is one link called as donate. Hmm? Don't know where it is, but it is there, right? Right. So it is open source. We have to think about that as well. Then one more thing is that you need to think about is whether the support for tool is available or not. Support availability. Suppose I stuck somewhere in Selenium. For example, suppose I'm getting let's say I'm getting no such element exception in Selenium. Okay, just open Google and search for no such element exception in Selenium. You will get n number of options. Okay, or you can write like this: how to handle no such element in Selenium. You will get n number of options there. So online support is available for Selenium, right? Next thing you have to think about whether the testers availability means whether the testers are available to use this tool or not. You have to think that as well. So once you selected the tool, the third step is you are now ready to create the script. Okay. Do you remember? Yes, TLC. Yes, TLC. No, surprised. I'm really surprised. Software testing life cycle. It stands for software testing life cycle. Correct? Requirement analysis. Okay. Requirement analysis, planning, design, implementation, execution, and then closure. Correct? Correct, Nana? Am I right, guys? So somewhere here I will put STLC. What it contains? Requirement analysis, then planning, design, implementation, then execution, and closure. So this implementation is the part of automation. Design means creating test scenario, creating test cases, creating test data, and creating RTM. Here in implementation, we are supposed to create the script. Script means this code of Java, the code. Okay, implementation. We can call it as creating the script. Right? Once you created the script, the next phase is sometimes you need to generate a data. Yes, we as an automation tester, we are going to write this script. What is the role of automation tester? Automation tester is going to create or going to write this script. Right? Then we'll generate the data. Guys, do you remember how we can generate the data? Manual testing. In manual testing, there are 3 techniques of generating the test data. Do you remember that? 3 techniques of generating test data. So that was ECP. No, approaches. You can call it as approaches of test data. So one is the ECP, equivalent class partitioning. Checking expected and actual is it the data? Is it how we are generating the data? Hey, how comes? How comes? Can you elaborate this? Kalyan, can you elaborate this? Checking expected and actual is the process of generating the test data. Can you please elaborate this? Unit testing is not generating the data. Unit testing is not generating the data. So there are 3 techniques of generating data. One is the ECP, equivalent class partitioning. Second one is the BVA, boundary value analysis. And third one, EG, error guessing. So these were the techniques of generating the data. So with the help of such a technique, you can generate the data. Sometimes you are supposed to get the data. Yes. Sometimes no, state transition table is for generating the test scenarios. State transition table is for generating the test scenarios. Sometimes you are supposed to get the data from the client. Now, how we are going to get the data from client? Either in the form of Excel or in the form of XML. So let's generate this data. Once you generate the data, then execute your script. Execute the script. Right? Executing the script means running this script. We run, I shown. So just run this. So that is execution. Once your execution is done, after execution, you are supposed to get some report. Do you remember? At the end, we are supposed to generate a report. Number of test cases pass, number of test cases pass, whether this test case pass or fail. So I have to generate a report. I have to generate a report. Once you generated the report, main part is done here. Main part of automation is done here. The next part which is remaining, that is something we call it as the maintenance part. Maintenance part. Suppose I have created this script. For handling Redbus.in application. Redbus.in application. And this script is right now, this script is working properly, no problem. But suppose in future, if they will make some changes, in this functionality, right now, what is the option? We are supposed to select the city to, we are supposed to select the date. Huh? Now, suppose tomorrow they will provide one more option here, that whether you want to book a ticket for a sleeper coach or a sitting bus. They have added one more functionality. They will add one more functionality. What I have to do? I have to make the changes in my script. That is nothing but maintenance. So you have to do the maintenance. In future, if some functionalities are going to be changed, you have to make some changes in your script. Is it okay? Is it clear, guys? Who is the developer of Selenium, bro? Selenium is developed by Johnson Huggins. It is developed by Johnson Huggins. All web applications will work Selenium for automation testing. Yes, you can test only web applications with the help of Selenium. What is the difference between Selenium and what it is? PHPE, right? What it is? Are you talking about Playwright, Rahul? It is a part of manual testing. What is a part of manual testing? Anonymous attendee. It's a part of manual. Guys, I'm requesting you again and again, don't put in QA. See, might possible you have asked this question so many time ago. I just open this. I will not open the QA. Meanwhile, I have told this. I think I have told this for 7 to 8 times. If you're having any queries, any questions, feel free to ask me in chat box. Okay, is this part clear, guys? Up to this, already we had. And Ayushi, already we had. Okay. Chalo. So now moving to the next part. Moving to the next and very important part. So this was the very basics of automation. All this, whatever we discussed for this almost 1 hour, that was about the introduction of automation testing. Correct? Now, my dear friends, let's try to understand. Uh, Suhaib or Rashid? What is your first name? Means how I can pronounce you? Rashid or Suhaib? Suhaib. Okay. So all the notes will be available on this link. All the notes will be available on this link. I have already shared this link. Let me share this link once again back. After the lecture, I will upload all the documents on this link. Here you will be able to find them. Okay. Is it okay, Suhaib? That's sure. Now let's try to understand, guys. Selenium. Selenium. The most commonly asked question in interview, bro, your class is interesting, exciting for the entire module. Thank you. Most commonly asked, okay, during this session, means during the session when I'm explaining any particular concept, at that time, I will be talking about the commonly asked interview questions as well. Okay. Even I will share some interview questions as well. I will tell you, meanwhile, I will tell you the tips for the interviews as well. Don't worry. Okay. One question which is always asked in the interview, that what is selenium? See, the question is, what is selenium? And most of the time, student gives the answer that selenium is the Selenium is the tool for automation. So this is the answer which is given by most of the time in the interview by the students. So Selenium is not a single tool. First thing, Selenium is not a single tool. If you remember, just some time ago, I was talking about MS Office. I was talking about MS Office, correct? I have taken n number of interviews. Mega. Generally, how many rounds are taken for Selenium interview questions? Means I'm not getting this. Minal, sorry, but I'm not getting your question. How many rounds are taken for Selenium interview? Depends on the company. Depends on the company. What is the company? What is the requirement? What is the urgency of requirement? Depending on that, rounds are decided. Is there is any backdoor entry? I don't know. Will your company hire from Star Agile also? I'm not working with any company. Mega. I'm not working with any company, but I have conducted interviews for some of the companies. Hmm. And and I know what are the techniques. What are the techniques if I want to fail any candidate in interview? How many rounds? Generally there are three rounds. Generally there are three rounds. One is the technical round, pure technical round. Okay, one might possible, one practical round will be there, might possible, and third HR round will be there normally. Hmm? Okay, fine. So Selenium is not a single tool. We were talking about Selenium. So Selenium is not a single tool. We were talking about MS Office. You know? So what is MS Office? Is MS Office is one simple software, one simple application? No, it is a bundle of softwares. It is a bundle of softwares. We are having MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, MS SharePoint, MS Access, MS Outlook, you know, n number of, even I didn't remember, n number of applications are there. So can I say MS Office is one particular software? No. So MS Office is a bundle of tools. It is a bundle of tools. In the same way, Selenium is a bundle, or it is a suite of test automation tools. So what is Selenium? It is bundle or suite of test automation tools. So it is not a single product, correct? Which are the components then? If I'm talking about bundle or suite, then which are the components? There are four components. Rather, there were four components. But while explaining, you have to explain four components. My dear friends, if interviewer will ask you, which are the components of Selenium, then you have to tell there are four components of Selenium. Apart from that, three are used in the industry, one is deprecated. But you have to tell four, right? So which are the four components? So there are four components of Selenium. Correct. One missing. Correct. So there are four components of Selenium. Those are Selenium IDE, Selenium Grid, Selenium RC, and Selenium WebDrive. So these are the components of Selenium. Those are Selenium IDE, Selenium Grid, Selenium RC, and Selenium WebDriver, where RC is deprecated. Selenium RC is deprecated. Yes, it is deprecated by the Selenium itself. So what are these components? Nowadays, even nowadays, Selenium IDE is also not supported by some of the browsers. Selenium IDE is not used by the industry, but it was the first component of Selenium. Selenium, when Selenium was introduced in the company called as Playwright, not Playwright, sorry, ThoughtWorks. ThoughtWorks was the company where Johnson Huggins was working. At that time, he demanded for one automation testing tool. At that time, there was one tool which was used in the industry, and the name of tool was Mercury. Mercury. The name of tool was Mercury. But considering the cost of that tool, the company rejected his request to provide the tool. So what Johnson did? Johnson created his own tool. He created his own tool with the name called as JSFT, JavaScript Functional Tester. The original name of Selenium IDE was JSFT, JavaScript Functional Tester, because it was created using JavaScript. So talented. That's why we are earning. The trainers like me are earning. The testers like you are earning. You know? Later Jason was thinking to make this tool as a public. At that time, he was thinking what the new name we should give to this. And at that time, he was thinking what should be the name of this product. And here the chemistry comes into the picture. Chemistry. Do you know chemistry? Huh? And there is one concept of chemistry called as periodic table. Periodic table. So he chose the name from this periodic table. I heard somewhere I heard that selenium is it is pure revenge. Selenium is a what it is called as, not substitute, but it is something for replacement with mercury. Mercury is for, I think it is, no, mercury. What is mercury? Hg. Okay. So that was the something like that. Huh? So that's why he given the name as Selenium. Selenium IDE provides you record and playback mechanism. Record and playback mechanism. What is meant by record and playback mechanism? Suppose I want to test this login functionality. I want to test this login functionality. Anushka, are you chemistry student? Just oh wow, that's great. So nowadays, have you seen that reel? One reel was very famous nowadays. Huh? There are some songs created using that. Oh wow, that's great. That's great. That's great. One song is created using this periodic table. Have you seen that song? Huh? Okay, fine. So what actually Selenium IDE is? Selenium IDE, as I was talking, it gives you record and playback mechanism. Means suppose I want to test the login functionality on this page. What you need to do? First execute your script. First execute your test case manually. Manually. Also product rendering. Oh, wow, that's great, Joginder. I always um, means give a respect to the trainers. hats off, hats off to the trainers. All right. So what I will do, I would like to do this testing, right? So what I have to do first, let me enter the username, enter the password, click on the login button. Correct. While doing this, what you need to do, you need to keep the recording of this tool on. Keep the recording of the Selenium IDE on. Once it will record the script, then you will be able to execute that. See guys, I will tell you, if I'll go to official website of Selenium, then if I'll go to Selenium IDE and if I'll go to Chrome, see what it says. This extension is no longer available because it doesn't follow the best practices for Chrome extensions. If time permits, sometimes I will show on Firefox or Edge, sometimes, not now. So just try to understand, this is not the major part of our course, just introduction. So it provides you record and playback mechanism. Okay. Next is the Selenium grid. Grid, generally how grid looks like? Grid looks like a table, correct guys? This is not a third umpire. It looks like a table, and that table contains rows and columns, correct? So that is a kind of grid. That is a kind of grid. So here what grid represents, suppose if I want to execute my test on multiple platform, multiple systems, multiple browsers simultaneously, parallelly, so that I can execute via Selenium grid, which is called as parallel execution on multiple platform, multiple browsers. That is Selenium grid. Next is the Selenium RC. What is RC? What was RC? RC is deprecated. Yes, RC stands for remote control. Basically, RC stands for remote control. Earlier, what you were supposed to do, this is your Selenium script. This is your Selenium script, which you are writing it using Java. And suppose I want to execute this script on some of the browser. So this is my browser. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that, Kalyan. We are going to learn only Selenium WebDriver. So here is your Selenium script and here is your browser. What we are supposed to do, we are supposed to execute our script on this browser. So what we need to do, we need to pass our script to one mediator called as RC server. Just 1 minute. Last concept I'm explaining. RC server. And now what will happen? Your RC server will take care of executing this script on the specific browser. But the limitation of RC server was, you need to keep this RC server always on, and due to which your script was becoming very slow. That's why Selenium has removed this RC server and they have added something called as Selenium WebDriver. So here is your WebDriver. RC server is deprecated now, and now we are having WebDriver. Okay, so here I'm going to stop the session, guys. Okay, if you're having any queries, feel free to ask me. If you are having any questions, I'm raising the QA. I'm raising the polls as well. Guys, please put the poll. That will help us to improve ourselves. What is the percentage of questions port his Selenium in automation? Sorry, I'm not getting your question. Anonymous attendee, I'm not getting your question. What is the percentage of questions port his Selenium in automation? If we knew chemistry, why would be here? Haha. Okay. Share the poll, bro. Yes, I have shared. I'm not getting your first question, anonymous attendee. And why you are shying to ask the questions with your name? Selenium grid. See, if I want to execute my script on multiple platform, do you remember compatibility testing? Do you remember compatibility testing? So what is compatibility testing? Executing your script, your application on multiple platform, multiple browsers. Same we are going to do with the help of RC. Thank you. Not only multiple browsers, but multiple platforms as well. Operating systems. Thank you, Joginder. Thank you. Every session will be in the same way. My dear friends, my every session will be in the same way. Percentage of interview questions on Selenium. 70% on Selenium, 30% on Java. Don't know, Anushka. Let it be. Let it be. I never get angry. Might possible he is thinking that I will not ask anything. इंटरव्यू निकलवा देना बस आप निकाल देंगे भाई जोगिंदर डोंट वरी मैं हूं ना ट्रस्ट ऑन मी फॉलो द स्टेप्स विच आई एम टेलिंग follow the guidelines which I'm sharing every time. Do all the assignments thoroughly. निकल पड़ी. Thank you, Kalyan. Naveen, thank you. Have you heard? No problem, Naveen. No problem. I'm considering that everyone is non-technical person. Don't worry, Megha. Don't worry. Even if you are, okay, everyone, this is for everyone. Even if you are weak in Java, don't think that you are weak in Java. Can you write system.out.println code in Java? That's sufficient. If you are able to write system.out.println, if you are able to write some if you are able to write some for loops, that's sufficient. Don't worry. सर जावा में समझ नहीं आया अच्छे से. ओके. आई एम हेल्पलेस इन दैट. सॉरी विनीत, बट आई एम हेल्पलेस. नवीन, डोंट वरी. मैं हूं ना. सर 3.6 इयर्सच्या बेसिसवर कोणत्या टाईपचे क्वेश्चन्स विचारते? येस, ऑब्वियसली. आय एम गोइंग टू शेअर द क्वेश्चन्स विथ as a fresher perspective and as a experience perspective. In the case of in the experience perspective, they will focus more on the frameworks. They will not focus on what is the purpose of find element, what is the difference between find element and find elements, which are the locators. No, they will ask something about frameworks. Sir, your hopeful talks are helping. Thank you, sir. We would be able to crack. Yes, you will be much needed to crack that. I'm there with you. I will not take your name, but I'm there with you. No, no, not much. Market is not freezed. Market is not freezed. Okay, just for I can't show that because it will be a bit difficult. Okay, I will show you something. I will show you something. Chalo. If I'll go to naukri.com and if I'll search for Selenium WebDriver. See here, guys. See here, guys. How many jobs are there? 9,149. Only on Naukri. It is not tough to get a job. Sir, give me some link to learn Java needed for Selenium. Don't worry, Sagar. In that case, you will be considered as a fresher in Selenium. I would very much like to appreciate your way of training, sir. Thank you. Really good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can check smart programming platform. Okay, here is one suggestion coming from Anushka that you can check smart programming platform on YouTube and Durga channel. Okay, those are very good. Fine. Free playlists are also available. Yes. Okay, one QA is there. Thank you for onboard session. Wow, bro, you create more positive vibes, which is meant to understand. Yes. Don't worry. Every session will be in the same way. Tomorrow's session will be very interesting, very important. At any cost, don't miss. Okay, one more point. One more point I forgot to tell. My dear friends, don't miss any session. Because every concept is depending on the previous concept. You will understand tomorrow's concept only if you understood today's session. Sometimes by some reason, if you miss any session, so while attending the next session, please go through the video. Please go through the video. Although I'm going to take a revision for 5 to 10 minutes. Although I'm going to take a revision for 10 to 15 minutes, but that will not clear the concept. Okay. So by some reason, if you don't worry, only Eclipse is required. Okay. That is why I asked Vishali. That is why I asked, do you have Eclipse installed? Okay. If anyone is there whose Eclipse is not installed, guys, today itself, please install the Eclipse. If anyone is not having Windows 10, means if it is having Windows 7, Windows 8, please try to upgrade it by today itself. Okay. Whatever is required, I will tell you tomorrow. Only Eclipse is sufficient. For the time being, only Eclipse is sufficient. Okay. So guys, here we'll stop the session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night. Take care. Sweet dreams. See you tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow's session. Okay, after 10 minutes, you will be getting that 10.8, sorry, 8.5. Notes and all those things. Mega, what it is? 8.5. Acha, 8 at 8:05. See you tomorrow at 8:05. Acha, okay, okay, fine, fine, fine. Chalo, okay, guys. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.